This is the type of video that can significantly change how much you make this bull run. I'm going to give you the ultimate Kaspa bull market guide. That means I'm going to tell you where I'd look to accumulate if I wasn't already positioned, how I'd manage my investment, and how much Kaspa you actually need to make $1 million. Most importantly, I'm going to tell you how I plan to sell. Everyone makes money in a bull market. 5% of people actually keep the money they make. Just remember that nothing here is financial advice. You should never take influencers' word as gospel. The truth is, a lot of them don't know much more than you do. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Let me tell you quickly why I like Kaspa, because it's very different to most people's reasons. The main reason is protection from irrelevancy. This is the secret of this bull market. It's all attention based. That means coins that aren't able to keep people's attention will fade and bleed for a long time as capital chases new and shiny things. Kaspa's biggest asset, in my opinion, is the cult community it has. Communities as strong as this will stick around in 6 to 12 months. They won't let their coin become irrelevant. I've spoken with other traders on Twitter, and they basically told me how Kaspa is one of the few coins that they're actually scared to post bearish charts on. Some people find that to be a bad thing. To me, it's the most bullish thing possible. Cult communities don't sell their bags. They wait for crazy price targets, which means there's less supply here in the market. The second reason I'm bullish on Kaspa is a lot of people don't like it. This is good. If everybody likes Kaspa, the upside is very limited. Look at it as a bubble. We're here right now, and here's all the people left to buy in. Solana is a great example of when people hated a coin, but then started liking it and buying it when the price went up a lot. I'm looking to sell Kaspa when everybody likes it, and I can't find people flooding it anymore, because that means we're running out of buyers to keep pumping the coin. It's really important that you find the reasons you're bullish on Kaspa. If you buy it because influencers say it's good, you'll have none of your own conviction and you'll sell when the market tests you. So for entry on Kaspa, this is how you need to think every time you want to buy an altcoin. You need to ask yourself, would I be comfortable with it correcting 50% from here? Can I sleep at night? If the answer is no, you have too much money in it, and that's a very, very bad thing. Our minds are our biggest enemy when it comes to investing, and you need to do everything you can to reduce how much market movements affect you psychologically. I'm the only one who will say this, but I think you get to accumulate Kaspa cheaper. That might piss a few people off, but I'm going to give my transparent thoughts on this channel. There's nothing worse than following someone who needs everyone to like them. We're in a medium-term daily downtrend, but the high time frame is still bullish, so over time, long-term, we're still going up. Anyways, this is how I would consider entering Kaspa. If it went to say 0.08, that would be a really nice minus 50% or so correction, and it coincides with that 200 daily EMA, which is what saved it all the way back down here. From 0.08, you ask yourself, what's your upside? I'll get into my price prediction at the end, but I would say the upside is a lot. And another reason why I think 0.08 is a good price to buy is because that's when people will start to get really scared. Under that is an even better deal. But if you want to win in crypto, you have to do the opposite of what the crowd is doing. If you feel scared to buy something, it usually means you'll make a lot of money. And that's because if you're scared, everyone else in the market is scared too, and they're selling the bottom because they don't watch your videos like this and they don't have a strategy. They don't have a plan for what to do if the price goes down. When I think Kaspa is our optimal buying opportunity, I'll make a video or post about it in the Discord. But I know what you're thinking. If you don't get 0.08 or lower, what do? It's simple. You just have to look for new coins because Kaspa is not the only opportunity in this market. So before I tell you how much Kaspa you need to make $1 million, you need to know how to manage your Kaspa. This is where you really need to pay attention because this is one of the biggest things that can kill your gains in a bull run. To win in crypto, you don't need fancy degrees, complex trading bots, or a high IQ. You just need emotional intelligence. I'm going to give you an exact checklist of things that you should and shouldn't do. Screenshot this or come back to this video when you can. Remember, it's your money on the line and you have to take this serious if you want to make life-changing money. First thing, if there's one thing you will learn from my videos, let it be this. If you've got a good entry on a coin, never sell to buy back cheaper, unless you're a pro trader. I can handle Bitcoin going to 35k, going to 28k, but I can't handle missing out on this parabolic run that we're eventually going to get. You waited 3 years for this move, so don't blow it by being greedy for a bit more. Second, have a small trading stack. That doesn't mean go leverage trade. Anyone who recommends you to leverage trade has no soul because you have higher odds at a casino, but that's a topic for another video. The reason a trading stack is smart is it allows you to interact with the market. Imagine seeing the market go down 50%, but you have 10% cash for that trading bag left. You'd feel a lot better than if you had zero moves to make, and it really does help you cope psychologically. Third thing, never go on to one project. No matter how much you like it, you need to diversify a little bit at least. And fourth, also don't join the cult. You can't be loyal to any one community in crypto because it's all player versus player, right? The guy in the Telegram chat screaming for $10 when the price is $1.60 is silently taking profit. Another thing is delete portfolio trackers because trust me, watching that dollar figure swing week to week is not good for your mind. My server has a lot of Kaspa holders and we have a dedicated channel where you can discuss your portfolio with other people. And it's actually really active and people will actually give their honest feedback on your portfolio if you post it here. Now for the exit plan. And this is the single most important thing you need to work on between now and the next few months. This is what determines like 90% of your gains this cycle. Yet people have no real plan or strategy for it. I'm going to give you a starting point now. So don't click off this part of the video. So this is how I view the bull market. Right now we're all over here on this bandwagon and we're making our way up. And as the price goes higher, the more unstable the ground becomes and the more risky it is to keep holding that project. So as we make our way up, this bull market rug of minus 85% can really come at any time. We don't know when it's going to come. I specifically remember last cycle when ADA was at $3. Ben Cowan was calling for 10. So it just shows you how even rational people can get caught up in the bull run madness. Don't let people lead you off a cliff by chasing crazy price targets. Also, don't think that one day you're just going to wake up and think, all right, I'm going to sell everything on this specific day over here. The bull market literally trains your brain to buy dips and expect higher. Your brain will literally physically change for you not to sell. Consider how impactful that statement is. Another issue you're going to have is seeking confirmation bias from influencers. When you're waking up every day with another 10k added to your net worth, you'll never want that feeling to stop. You guys don't understand just how much money you're going to be making and how fast you're going to be making it. 2021 was a long time ago, so maybe you've forgotten or you might not have ever experienced it. But there's few joys in life that can compare to the experience of the pump. Channels like this are popular because they tell people what they want to hear, and I'll never do that. Whenever that day comes, I'll make a video saying I'm going to sell my Kaspa. Whenever that time comes, if you're like, I'm not watching him again, I don't like what he's saying, that's an example of seeking your own bias. One more thing before the price prediction. You need to understand how unlikely it is that you'll sell the top. Look at this tweet I made yesterday and it shows you just how much time price actually spends at the top. The truth is you have a very limited time frame to exit. Altcoins are so volatile at the top that you have to be completely okay with having 500k in Kaspa when you go to bed and then waking up with 100k loss and still being able to sell. With Kaspa, because it's going to be a larger coin, it's going to have a high market cap, you get a bit more time to sell. You need to accept that price probably will go higher after you sell, and that's completely fine. Would you really care if you sold ADA here or over here? You wouldn't, because look what you did after. So you need to have that mental stop loss in place to prevent you from round tripping all your gains of minus 70-80%. Now getting into price talk. The biggest flaw that people on crypto YouTube have is the inability to forecast future supply and bake that into their price predictions. One of Kaspa's biggest sell pressure in the future is going to be from the proof of work miners. Now whilst they are less likely to dump than people getting tokens from nodes, eventually they will have to take profit, so keep that in mind. Kaspa's current supply is 22.5 billion. It's going to be 26 billion on May of 2025, which is like a 20% increase, so not bad at all. So what you do now is you think, okay, this isn't a $2.3 billion market cap coin. It's a $2.7, $2.8 billion market cap coin. And then you make your price prediction based on that. So how much Kaspa to be a millionaire? It depends on how much risk you want to take. If you want to play safe, you need 1 million Kaspa. If you want to take a bit more risk, you need 500k. But when you build price predictions, you need evidence to support your case for why you think it can go that high. This is my evidence. I think the entire altcoin market pulls about an 8x. Kaspa with his strong community should outperform that, giving us an average of around 15x. That lies firmly within the $1 to $2 range, and that's when you sell most of your bag and you keep a moon bag. I'm conservative because I don't give people price predictions that I wouldn't hold a large percentage to myself. If you want to be sold a dream, there's plenty of that on YouTube. If you want to make a lot of money and actually keep the money you make, then follow channels like this. I actually think Kaspa is a safer 15x than some of the low cap gems out there like Myria, because a coin like Myria has the danger of quickly becoming irrelevant. Kaspa doesn't have that issue because of its community. But honestly, relying on specific price targets is a normie retail investor's way to exit. The best investors rely on signals from the market as to when to start reducing their exposure. They combine it with major sell the news events on altcoins if they have any. Signals basically tell you when we're running out of buyers because that's all markets are, buyers and sellers. So I'll give you an example of a good indicator that you can use to tell us when to start exiting the market. So you can see here how every time the search term for best altcoins spikes, it's usually when the top is. So right now you can see here just how early we are to this cycle. But when it does start going parabolic like this, you need to start considering cutting some exposure. For Kaspa, I think the biggest events could potentially be integration of smart contracts as the sell the news for 2025 or the 2025 halving. When I get those signals and I see a price rallying into a major catalyst, I'm going to start DCing out aggressively. In conclusion, you probably get rich from crypto as long as you build on the things I said today. Don't follow the crowd at inflection points. It doesn't have to be from one bull market. Crypto isn't going anywhere. Yes, it does get harder each cycle, but that doesn't mean you can't make money in each of them. Just remember that no one ever got rich copying what everyone else is doing in any walk of life. Make sure you join the Discord. I really will lock it soon because too many bots are joining. Get in before I do. Thanks for watching.